All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of the You Betcha Radio podcast, the coldest podcast in all the Midwest. I'm Myles, You Betcha guy, here with Ryan, the T-shirt guy. We are back. We are live. It has been too long, boys.
It has.
Too long.
Fuck, we were holding the fort down for you guys. It was a good time, Jared.
Nice to see you didn't burn the place down.
we had fun.
I told you.
We had fun.
That's these last 2 weeks are the only 2 weeks I've ever missed that we had an episode come out. So let's just say, well, one, guys, I had my child, my son.
Yes.
Welcome to the
Daddy.
world. His name is August.
Okay.
What's a nickname? Gus? Augie?
I'm going with Gus.
Yeah, I knew Tyler said he was going to go with Gus.
Yeah.
I don't really care. I feel like as a baby, Augie's the way to go.
Yeah, I
feels
like
very
that,
baby-y. But, you know, he probably gets into high school. His buddies start calling him Gus. The Gus Bus.
Gus Bus.
Gus Bus.
And then if he's trying to get, you know, a finance job, he can go with August and it's more distinguished. So
Yeah.
I think we kind of covered the whole thing.
I have a great uncle named August who has same exact thing. You nailed it. And now it's Og. Uncle Og.
Yep. Auger could be another one.
Augie.
You know, he's ice fishing. We can call him Auger.
Or a farmer.
Yep. Uncle Gus is a farmer now.
Like auger.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, fence posts, you know?
Yeah.
Yep.
Great.
Digging holes.
August Bush.
Yeah, we could call him Stanley Yelling at.
Yeah.
Just the steps. August. Augie. Auger. Ice fishing. Farming. Holes. Stanley Yelling at.
What's the
Hector Zeroni.
what's the periodic
Call him Zero.
Yeah.
What's the symbol for AU?
Yeah, gold.
Gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
Au gratin and potatoes.
Au gratin potatoes.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah.
He kind of is an au gratin potato.
Big boy.
I'm going to be honest. I thought that maybe fatherhood was going to be a little more eventful, but he just sits there, shits, eats, cries when we make him go on his stomach. But I tell you what, that guy, he's going to be ready for a football helmet soon.
He's a
His neck is getting strong.
He's a thick ass boy.
So it's been good. Hey, so when he was born, he was in the NICU for like 13 days, which was a long time.
Yeah.
But he's a happy, healthy kid now, so I'm forever grateful for that.
Let's go.
But yeah, and the NICU is insane. I don't remember if any of your kids were in the NICU, Tyler.
No.
Correct?
No.
So the NICU is something you don't realize what goes on in a NICU until you're there, right? Like, so I think the best way is like, if you know someone who works in a NICU, you need to tell them that they are doing a great effing job and just thank them for all that they do, because the people in the NICU are doing insane things. They take this little baby and just give them life. And I am forever grateful for everyone that was in the NICU, because it was like me and Ann went home like a couple days after we started going home at night while he was there. And we were like, well, thank God, because he's quite literally in the safest place in the world that he possibly could be. Right. So if like we're not going home with him, at least he's in the safest place ever.
Yeah.
So I just want to give a shout out to anyone that works in a NICU. You are doing the best work in the entire world. You're literally saving babies' lives.
God's work.
And I am forever grateful. And for everyone who helped my kid in the NICU, I want to say, if you are listening, you might not be, but maybe you are. I want to give the biggest thanks in the entire world to you guys and what you did for a kid. And like, there's no way I can actually like thank them appropriately. You know, it's like,
One of my best friends had twins at 26 weeks. So they were in the NICU for a really long time.
Yeah, it had been like 6 months, right?
He tears up every time he talks about the NICU nurses and the people in the NICU. So just from that experience, I kind of understand your emotions just seeing his.
Yeah.
So it's got to be crazy.
Well, and like the nurses were all great, and like I felt like they were like I felt like the people in the NICU genuinely cared about my kid.
Right.
Which sometimes you go to the doctor and you go to a regular doctor and they're just like, I'll give you a prescription, get the hell out of here. Where like I felt like these people genuinely cared about my kid. And so before we go any further, I'd love to give the biggest thank you to all the people who helped my kid. And I will be grateful for the rest of my life because of it. And I also, having a NICU baby, there's a lot of people who like share their stories with us so far. And it's everyone is like the people that do that are the best people in the world. So I really appreciate it.
Yeah. I feel like it takes a special type of person too to work in that environment, because I'm sure they get attached to the kids that are in there with them, and to see them go from, the state of which they're in when they get there, and then to be able to be discharged and go home as healthy babies is
probably like bittersweet.
Not everyone can do it.
It's like got to be like bittersweet for the nurse, because they fall in love with those babies while they're there. They're happy to see them go home.
Yes.
But then they're like sad they don't get to see the baby anymore, sort of deal.
Now, I do want to brag a little bit. All right.
Ooh, here we go.
My kid was 4 days old, and he already won his first award.
Ooh.
Good kid of the month?
Good kid of the NICU.
Hell yeah.
No, he won best hairdo in the NICU.
There we go.
So not to brag, but Ryan, did your kid win any awards in the NICU?
Well, thankfully, my kid wasn't in the NICU.
So he didn't?
So he didn't.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
If there's ever a kid to give your kid a run for their money and good hair, though, it would have been
mine.
It was.
It would have been mine. Luckily, he wasn't.
Everyone was like, because my kid had a ton of hair, and everyone was like, oh, look at his hair, look at his hair. And then I was like, but Cal had a lot of hair. So we looked up the baby photo of him. He might have had more hair.
It was thick.
Jimmy Neutron hair. If I remember
when
right.
that hair was coming out, I was like, holy shit. It was like 2 inches long.
Oh, yeah. No, Wacky Hair Day at daycare when, I don't know, 6-8 months old. And I gave that kid a mohawk, and it was his mohawk was 6 inches long. So we'll keep it going.
When are they doing emo day? And you can slick it down and across his one eye.
Yeah, we give it about 2 more months with no haircut, and it will cover an eye if we go to the side with it.
Panic at the Disco.
Yeah.
So not to brag, kid's already won an award. It's just
it's the second award. Yeah, he's a championship swimmer.
That's true.
Yeah.
Championship swimmer, best hair.
Every kid's born a winner.
Boom.
So, it was 13 days. I mean, like you said, there's people with preemie babies that are there forever. And I don't know how those parents do it. That would be just so hard. But,
yeah, I mean, I think it becomes normal life. But anyway, yeah.
But yeah, 13 days is a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And once he like kind of got out of the bad part of the woods, was in the good part of the woods.
Yes.
Because he wasn't out of the woods yet. He was just in the good part.
But he could see the end of the woods.
The woods had thinned out.
Yeah, he's gotten to his deer stand by this time.
Yeah, he was in the deer stand. And I mean, again, he's just doing a lot of sleeping, a lot of eating. So I'm spending 12 hours every day in this hospital room. You start to look around and realize some of the stuff that needs to be fixed. So one day I worked on one of the cabinets. One of the latches had come off of the door. And so I was able to reattach that, get that door working really good.
Did you bring a tool bag with, or
no?
Okay.
Miles has got his whole bag. He's got WD-40. He's greasing all the hinges.
Yeah. Anne's got the diaper bag. I got the tool bag. And then on the window, there was like a shade, and there was channels on each side. Well, one of the sides of the shade was out of the channel. So I spent a good 20 minutes working on that. I just had to pull it all the way to the top, stand on something. If you had been on the outside of the building watching me do this, you would have thought that I was going to jump or something.
Yeah, or you're just cleaning windows,
So I fixed that, and I don't know. If we'd have been in another week, I would have brought in some WD-40, because the chair that you sit in with the kid, squeaky to all hell.
Yeah, I believe it.
It was, you sit down and you do one rock, and then the next rock, And I was like, I looked at the nurse. I was like, like, can we get a different chair? And she just looks at me and goes, they are all squeaky. I could get you another chair, but the next one's going to be the same. So maybe that could be my donation. The NICU is just
chairs,
cans of WD.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot of chairs that I have to buy.
Great side job for a high school kid or something. Say, hey, I'll come grease up all your chairs.
I'll oil these joints for you.
Put you on a subscription.
Yeah.
Go from there.
So yeah. And then my dad came up and held him and was sitting in the chair. He wouldn't stop rocking.
The old guys can't hear that. It's like
he was mesmerized. Probably mesmerized.
It was like he like started doing it. We all were like, squeaky chair. Like, it kind of sucks. You can't rock them. And then he just kept doing it.
God, do you hear that? I mean,
and then I'm like looking at my mom because I'm not trying to be mean because he's holding my kid, and mom was finally like, will you stop rocking? Unreal.
Well, yeah, they got it. If you see a dad just sitting completely still, something's off.
wrong.
Something's wrong. Something's off. You got to check them out. There's got to be some sort of movement. Fucking heel tap or like tapping the fingers together, something.
If you're reading a book or something like that.
Yeah.
Guys, tell you what, it was a tough 2 weeks in the NICU, but the thing that kept me going strong
Let's hear it.
was every single day I had a bottle of Ice Mountain. And when times are tough in life, you need something to lean on. And sometimes the thing you lean on is a 16-ounce plastic bottle full of water that came from an aquifer, that came from a cataclysmic event 8 to 12,000 years ago that rapidly melted the polar ice caps that filled said aquifer. And, I'm grateful every day that asteroid hit the earth and melted those ice caps.
Nothing more sturdy to lean on than history.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking A. Tyler, I was just going to say that. It's like you were leaning on a piece of history.
Fudging A. And
flipping A.
Yeah. Now I got a kid. I got to clean it up. I just decided that right here, right now.
We should try to go a whole episode without swearing.
I will. I'm going to do it from here on out. So guys, if you end up in the NICU, I hope you don't, God forbid, but just make sure that you have an emergency case of Ice Mountain. It'll get you through. So thank you, Ice Mountain, for helping me out in a tough time. And if that's not a reason to buy Ice Mountain, I don't know what is. So go to icemountainwater.com if you got some time on your hands. WTR.com. Get some Ice Mountain. So the weekend before we had our kid, me and my dad were drinking a little bit. We started talking about skin to skin.
Did you do it?
You have skin to skin?
So we started talking about it. And of course my dad's like, what? So for those who don't know skin to skin, it's when you literally take off your shirt and you just put your kid on your skin and they bond with you that way, right?
Yep.
Well, other generations never did this.
Other generations weren't even in the hospital.
Correct.
They were at home.
And so we were talking about this and I was like, Dad, just think of how emotionally bad I am at this age because I never got skin to skin. And my dad was like, I didn't get skin to skin either.
So you guys took your shirts off and you hugged.
Well, so then we were like, should we do it now? We weren't drunk enough to do skin to skin, but we were close,
Did you do shirt to shirt hug?
What you're doing?
Can you imagine if I just whipped on my shirt and just went like this to him?
Bring it in, buddy.
Could you imagine if he laid down on the couch and I just snuggled up underneath his chin?
Patted him on the back of the head.
Yeah, I still haven't said I love you to each other in a long time, but skin to skin is.
It's I love you without words.
Now, yeah.
Just kind of handshake us skin to skin.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. The most skin to skin I got is when he would hand me something and I would accidentally brush his hand.
I was just gonna say the only skin to skin I got was when it was on the back of my dad's hand.
Oh, that's bad.
Jesus Christ.
That's bad, Tyler.
We're all swapping happy dad stories.
Yeah.
Swapping.
But here's the thing. Another Montplaisir generation without skin to skin. I didn't get it.
There's still time.
Because he came out and he had to go right to the NICU. No time for skin to skin. And what do you know?
Hey,
another generation scarred without skin to skin. So now it's like I know how you feel now, Dad.
There's no time limit on skin to skin, Myles. You can go home and do it right now.
Well, I think 13 days in the NICU, if you go 13 straight days skin to skin, I think it cancels itself out. So you'll have no shirt off at home.
I'm going to bring him to work. I'm going to get one of the little sling things.
Yep.
And I'm just going to go shirtless for a whole work day.
It'll count because all your nipples and stuff will be covered. So it'll just be like wearing a shirt.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, maybe I'll just I'll just put them under my shirt.
Yeah.
So I don't have to take off my shirt.
You can cut a little hole out of his head, just kind of poking out behind your chest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So sorry, buddy, you didn't get skin to skin right away. You were a little busy. But yeah, another generation of emotionally scarred males.
Well, now if you have more kids, you can't do skin to skin.
It's like I'm playing favorites.
Yeah. I would have loved it if you when your brother got to the hospital, if you would have just ripped his shirt off right away and wanted to go skin to skin.
Yeah, leapfrogs.
Yeah, that would have been
good. We have another kid later on, and I'm doing skin to skin, and August is just standing in the corner like this, just pissed.
His foot's just tapping.
Like, what the fuck? What is this?
Yeah,
you got soft on me, Dad.
I want to go skin to skin. Buddy, you're 13 years old. You know
that ship is what they call sailed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's on that?
But yeah, skin to skin. Never got to do it, but
I didn't do it with my first kid, and then I did it with the next two because I got barked at by my wife for not doing it with the first one. So
were you embarrassed, or what?
I wasn't ready. No one told me about skin to skin. I was just in the delivery room. They're like, "Take your shirt off." I'm like, well, "No, I'm not doing that."
See, I had like if they told me to take my shirt off, I just would have done it because I feel like after witnessing a childbirth, nothing is awkward anymore.
True.
God,
you know what I mean?
Not with your wife.
For
ever.
sure.
Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It was like Anne started breastfeeding and there's like people in the room and it just wasn't weird that her boobs are just hanging out.
For sure.
Because you're just like, I witnessed literally a human come out of another human. This isn't weird or gross.
This is a rookie.
Yeah.
This is novice.
Like we had the same situation. We had the same OB for every kid. And like, I remember going to the first appointments with Becca and this dude's like got his hands up there, like checking shit. And I'm super uncomfortable. And now in the third kid, we're at an appointment. I could have a conversation with him while he's doing it.
Yeah. You're like,
yeah. I was just like, am I supposed to be in here for this?
Yeah.
And now it's just like, how are the kids, Donald? What have you been up to?
yeah. What are you feeling in there?
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt that earlier too.
If I had to
I'll
guess,
go about 3 centimeters dilated. What do you think,
Yeah.
Donald?
Yeah.
3, 4.
Okay.
you need a second opinion or
Hold on. How, in all of the advancements in technology, do we not have a better system to know if it's time to push or not? Other than just sticking your hand up there and just
feeling around
and just like free ball, like just being like, yeah, it feels like this much.
It's a guess essentially. I mean, yes, you have a good idea. You know, this is okay. This is 3 centimeters.
I had an all-time joke. One of the nurses was checking back in the hospital. She's like, I think she's like a loose 8. And I was like, hey, that's my wife we're talking about.
Hell yeah, Tyler.
Yeah, how do the nurses practice that? It's like, how do you get trained in the art of knowing how many centimeters is by just feeling? They just like sticking their hand in a watermelon and just feeling around.
Measure the width of their fingers and be like, well, that's 1 finger, 2 fingers. So we're at a 7, I think.
I couldn't believe that. I was like, that's what we're doing. We can literally take pictures of babies in the womb and see if they got a dick or a vagina, but we can't get some sort of device that says exactly how dilated someone is.
Why wouldn't they can measure the baby's femur with an ultrasound? Shouldn't they just be able to measure the cervix?
I don't know.
Maybe on your birthing plan, you didn't get that device.
That's true. Yeah. Maybe he
shit.
forgot to check it off because it was, got to get this thing out the door.
That one is in the small print.
Good thing we didn't do a birthing plan because nothing went according to a plan. Cut the cord, didn't get to do that. Skin to skin, nope. Crying, nope.
Yeah.
So
You're deprived. You're deprived of the whole birthing plan, essentially.
I did, once we started pushing, I did think in my head, I didn't say it out loud, thank God.
Oof.
But no,
I did think, and we probably should have went to some sort of pushing class.
Like a Lamaze.
There's definitely an art to pushing a baby out. I found out in the heat of the battle. So then I had to coach her on the fly with my limited available resources and knowledge.
Yeah, if I got
You
one
know-
8th grade anatomy video and that's all I had and banked up.
The nurses and doctors are saying stuff to her, and I'm like, okay, I don't think she got that. How can I reword that for her to understand?
You're translating.
It was very funny though. So she got very warm during it, as they do,
Yeah.
as I do when I'm pushing out a large poop. You know, you kind of gotta
The sweats.
Yeah.
take off a layer.
Almost identical.
And she's like, get the fan out of the fucking bag. And so then I was the fanboy for a little bit. So like, there's like, you know, like the little tiny, like small fans.
Like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
dorm fans.
It's like a little tiny dorm fan. I'm just standing there fucking holding the fan while she's doing all the work. And then eventually she got pissed that I wasn't holding it close enough. So she-
Flashlight.
Flashlight. Yeah.
it was literally I had she thought she had it rough. I'm getting yelled at for not pointing the fan in the right direction. I have flashbacks to when I was a kid.
And all that skin to skin you didn't get.
It was traumatic. So she actually at one point ripped it out of my hand and just held it herself for a little bit.
And then at that point, you feel
You're
useless.
like, are you just standing there with your hands at your side?
Yeah. Has your pockets.
Did you get to hold a leg?
I opted out of holding the leg.
Really?
It looked like a lot of work. I mean, Anne's a strong gal. One nurse looked like she was trying to wrangle in a shark. You know, like got the fish up over the side of the boat, and then you're trying to hold it for the photo, and it was just.
And arms out as far as you can.
Yeah,
I was like, no, that's all you.
yeah, you're not like you've never roped a calf or anything before, tied legs up.
No, that would have maybe been maybe next kid.
Yeah.
Bring some rope.
Take some lasso lessons.
I think I saw an ad for some swings like that.
Really?
Yeah,
Todd.
I'm pretty sure they were birthing swings.
Jesus, Tyler.
Also, I don't know how people have kids without epidurals.
Yeah.
I don't either.
Without the numbing agents. Anne was miserable, got the epidural, and it was for like the next
Day and
8
night.
hours. It was like we were just hanging out in a hotel.
Dude. It is wild what that will do to your body.
Did you see him watch him put it in?
Yeah.
It's disturbing.
Well, I didn't watch the back.
Oh yeah.
Oof.
I just watched from I saw him doing it.
Second kid, I was like holding Becca through contractions. And so like her face was to me. And so I was looking down her back as he did it. It was hard to watch.
Dude,
Yeah, I'm
I
glad
mean,
I didn't.
it's a
Yeah.
yeah.
That was harder to watch than the kid coming out of her vagina.
yeah.
That's how it works.
Yes.
Yeah, damn near like you know the meat thermometers, like
Yeah.
the circle ones with like the pointy. I mean, that's the needle
Mhm.
essentially, and it's like 8 inches long.
In their fucking spine.
Yeah,
Yeah. But
so
thank God they got it because it was
Chilling after that.
chilling.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
No,
Like I was like, hey, you want me to order some pizza? You know, should we see what's on HBO? Just chilling.
New Game of Thrones out.
And yeah, it was like, because you know, on the monitor, you can see when they're having a contraction.
Mhm.
Before it was, she was miserable, had the epidural. And I'm like
That was a
like
big
looking
one.
at her and I'm like, that's a big contraction. And she's like, I'm having a contraction. I'm like, this is insane.
it's wild.
We can do that, but our best thing to find out how dilated someone is just fingers. That's the best technology we got for that.
It is wild.
That may be my new mission in life: is develop a technology where it's more exact.
They know exactly how dilated. Get a ruler up there or something. At least. You can't just be guessing, guys.
No, God.
So,
Get a ruler up there.
a thing that I found I didn't know I would love in dadhood is I now can insult Anne in new ways.
Mm.
Right. So
Every brand new mother loves being insulted.
No,
in new
not like
ways.
insulted, just like razzing her,
Mhm.
right? So now, before it would be like you would just say something to her. Now you can look at your kid and go, yeah. Is mom being a little annoying right now? Yeah, mom's being
That's a great
annoying.
point. That's a great
And
point.
you get to get the same message across, but it's delivered differently where it's not as offensive to her.
Yeah.
And then she's like, yeah, dad's kind of a piece of shit. Isn't he?"
It's like through proxy.
Yeah, that is a good point. It's kind of passive aggressive kind of. I mean, you're
Running it
telling
through a
someone.
filter.
Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I can't wait to see where that takes me. So,
Wait till you can tell him to go tell mom insults.
oh yeah. Hey, you go tell your mom that she should not eat Mexican food tonight because last time it smelled for a week.
Hey, tell mom that we don't need to have chicken for the 5th night.
It is nice now too. I did happen to rip a fart in the NICU room.
Mm-hmm.
Blame it on the kid.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
for sure.
Easy. I mean, there's shit all over the place in that room.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. So it's been really, really good.
How are the diaper? I know you were worried. How have the diaper changes been going?
It's definitely my least favorite part of being a dad.
Okay.
But it is not as bad as I thought.
Okay. Good.
You know, it's like it's fine.
Have you had a blowout yet?
No, but you
Okay.
did have one yesterday
Close.
that was wow. It was let's just say we almost had to run to the store for more wipes.
Ah.
It was, kind of a brown marker situation.
Yeah, yeah. And for how little those kids are too.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
they can. I thought I could destroy a toilet, but
They literally that has to be their entire bowels.
yeah, pretty
They have
much.
to
Yeah,
shit all of it.
it's like you probably just lost half a pound right there.
Right.
Yeah. So, is there anything else we're going to talk about with that?
I mean, you probably have mush brain. Is
A
a
little
good way
bit,
to-
yeah.
I mean,
Did you have any idea what day of the week it was?
For a while there, no, especially because he was in like a low stim room, so they didn't have any lights on and they couldn't have the window open. So it was just I was in a dark room for all day,
Mm-hmm.
and that was where it was. Yeah, it was time traveling.
Yeah,
it was
well,
like
we this company was built off stimmies.
Yeah.
And you go to low
We can't
stimmy, and
go
it's
low
like fuck.
stim.
yeah, all
what's
I
the guys
know is
supposed to
high
do?
stim.
Yeah, yeah. So
But also, sorry, Tyler. Tyler also had his.
I was gonna bring that
That
up.
was
but
the
I
other
was
thing we were
gonna wait.
talking about.
I did. We talked about it like a month ago. We were there, same time.
We
You
were.
We were.
So cool little story too. Maybe just to Tyler and I, but I was in the NICU. Tyler was in the floor above. He
Mhm.
texted me earlier, said they were going in to have their
Mhm.
kid. And Anna and I were leaving for the evening. We walked out into the hallway, and they're like, when a baby's born, they play a lullaby on the speakers in the hallway.
Mhm.
There was a lullaby playing, and I looked at Anna and go, I bet that was Tyler's kid.
Mm-hmm.
Sure as shit. He texted me the next day. We heard his kid's lullaby. We
Yep.
knew-
That's kind of cool.
Timing was absolutely spot on.
Well, and like we wouldn't have heard it if we were in our room. So like the fact that
Oh,
we
yeah.
walked out and heard it, otherwise we wouldn't have heard it. So
Your kids are gonna be best friends.
Yeah.
2 days apart.
2 days apart. Yours was Tuesday. Mine was Thursday, right? Yours was Tuesday.
Tuesday
Yeah.
morning, like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Yep.
My birthday was that Saturday, so I got three really.
So every year
high
for Ryan's
profile-
birthday, we should ask him to babysit our kid.
No, I'll tell you what Ryan said when I said, "Thank God it didn't come on your birthday."
Yeah,
Let me
I mean,
find
it's been a big week for all of us. You know, me and Jared. We're here to welcome you guys back to the.
This is like a
podcast.
welcome party.
Yeah, we had
Yeah.
a great time. My birthday being probably one of the bigger events, and then you guys had kids.
Mhm.
You know?
I
Close
said-
second and third.
And the solstice.
I texted
That
Ryan.
kid was born on the solstice, actually.
It was the longest day.
Longest day. Dude.
I texted Ryan on his birthday. Said, "Happy birthday, Ma." I said, "Glad my kid didn't steal your birthday." He said, "Thanks, Ma. Hope you guys having a good one, Ma." I'm glad he didn't too. So now you and Ann can celebrate with me every single year going forward until we're dead.
Until it sounds like giving vows until death do us apart. Yeah.
Thank God I don't have to sacrifice not being with Ryan on his birthday going forward.
Yeah.
That
I mean, that's
would've been
great news.
There'd have been a lot of resentment for your kid if that happened.
That is true. It'd have been like, oh,
You
God.
took Ryan's birthday from me. You
I wonder
little
what
shit.
I'm missing out with Ryan's birthday party.
Yeah, if I thought 31 was wild, 32 is gonna be crazy. Fucking bouncy houses and shit all over the place. Fucking bouncy houses and streamers.
Shadow box quarter.
Yeah, I might even need to do my own smash cake for 32.
Yeah, you like kickboxing.
Yeah, set up right between your guys' little ones and fucking smash my cake.
That's a good idea.
That'd be kind of a fun.
Get a heavy
That
bag
would be
cake.
funny.
Yeah, that should actually be a great.
It's like
photo.
32. It's like what? It's like not.
It's just
35,
really,
right?
it's not like you can rent a car. That's done. Everything's
No,
kind of
that
done.
32 is the heavy bag year.
Yeah, there you
Oh
go.
yeah.
Yep.
You're that. Yeah,
That's how you
Yep.
market it.
Sure. Yeah. So, yeah. No, I was a lot of great news on a big week for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
For me.
A lot of great news from you guys.
No, really pretty. I mean, I act like you've been there, right? I have
Yep.
a million times.
Million.
No, we did talk about jokes, and I had two that landed. One of them was, hey, that's my wife you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the other one, she was going to do skin to skin, and we were getting really close to pushing, and she still had her bra on. And so they had to like unhook her IV, take her bra off. And they're like, Dad, you want take her bra? I'm like, that's how we got into this mess. I'm not taking it.
That one landed.
It did. Oh, it landed with Becca and one nurse. The other one did not think it was funny.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, one of two of 50%. Yeah.
Yeah.
500 batting average. That's Hall of Fame.
As long as the jokes landed with Becca, I was in the clear.
Yeah.
I didn't care if the nurses thought they were funny.
Yeah.
Never stop dating your wife. Make her laugh. Even if she's in labor.
So how many didn't land is the question.
I see. I only remember the victories. So
Because if you took my approach, you would just keep throwing them at
Yeah.
the wall and hopefully they stick.
So I would run them through my head first.
Yeah.
But the bra one was off the cuff.
Nice.
I ran the dilation
intended.
one through my head several times.
So yeah,
Yeah.
congrats, Tyler.
Thank you. You as well. Did you get any good food? Because we didn't even attempt the dad menu this go around.
Yeah, well, being in the NICU, they give you food passes so you can like go downstairs to the
restaurant thing.
cafeteria, the restaurants. But yeah, definitely I did use the dad menu one time. It was just smaller portions than the mom menu, but I didn't think it was terrible.
Okay.
I also only had to sleep on the shitty chair one night
Nice.
Really?
because after delivery, the room that we got for Anne to recover in
Mhm.
was a double bed.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
You can hop in with
Yeah,
mom.
so I just slept in the bed the 2 nights that we were there or whatever. And then after that, we just were like, well, again, he's in the safest place possible. So there's no point in us ruining our sleep by trying to sleep on
For
these
sure.
things when we
Mhm.
can just go home for 8 hours and come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we ended up sleeping at home almost every night.
Yeah.
So
I'm surprised you guys didn't take my advice. You just have your wife order double off of
That's
their
what
menu.
that's what we did.
Oh, okay,
That's what I was
okay,
getting-
okay,
yeah.
yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
order off the dad menu because they give dad a pass.
Well, I think one.
But to order from the dad menu, and I just didn't even use it. Mom just doubled up on everything.
Yeah, she's hungry.
Shout out to their charcuterie board.
really,
They have a pretty
shit.
solid charcuterie board for moms.
Interesting.
That was the best thing on the menu. We got that like 3 times.
pickles.
No, it was just
Grapes?
meat, cheeses, and fruits
You just go through everything.
and nuts,
jellies,
and jellies. Yes,
jams,
jam and crackers.
honey.
No honey.
Muffins for moms?
No muffins for moms. They did deliver a bunt cake though.
Oh yeah, I got a
Yeah.
bun cake. It was fucking good.
Yeah.
It was really
Fuck, I don't think
good.
The problem was they sent a bun cake to us, and it was when my older 2 kids were meeting their little brother for the
Oh.
first time, and those little shits devoured the bun cake before I got any.
This is part of being
Yeah.
a dad, man. It's like it's
The other 2 show up.
crazy.
So they're there for 10 minutes, and they finally get bored with their baby brother, and they wreaked fucking havoc in this hospital room.
Really?
One kid pulled the emergency cord. The other one called the nurse twice on the fucking remote thing. And I looked at grandma, I'm like, you got to get him out of here. And
Jeez.
so they were there for like an hour and raised hell for the whole
Damn.
time.
Yeah.
Not the place for toddlers, folks, if you're having multiple children.
Are they skin to skin kids?
They didn't do skin to skin with their brother, unfortunately.
Yeah. What the hell, Tyler?
No.
I thought you were such a big skin to skin guy.
No.
We're not a skin to skin family. We decided now.
I thought everyone who came to visit went skin to skin. It's an immediate family type deal.
Shows up no shit.
I even made the nurses do skin to skin.
Yeah, it's like if they're going to spend this much time with this little guy, you might as well skin to skin him.
Tarps off.
The one nurse was really good. Like they all were good, but there was one that we were like, she's really
you got
good.
a favorite.
We had a, yeah. And I was kind of thinking, like, is it inappropriate to ask if she'll babysit our kid when we need a babysitter? Because now it's like, hey, you got to have a lineup, a roster of babysitters.
Yeah,
For sure. Yep.
She's definitely someone you trust.
Oh God, yeah. I trust her more with my kid than maybe I do myself a little bit.
Just have her on retainer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, just throw that 3 hours of
wouldn't that
babysitting
be
on the
great?
hospital bill.
Wouldn't that be
Tack it
great?
on.
Like the first time Ann does something and I'm with the kid alone by myself and I call this nurse and have her come over and help. That would be so funny.
But you're like, yeah, you got to leave before Ann gets here.
Yeah. It's
Get
like,
the fuck
it
outta
looks like
here.
I'm cheating on her. But it's like just
That's where my mind
Yeah.
immediately went.
You're like rushing her out of the back door and catch it. It's not what it looks like, I swear. She's just helping with the baby.
Like literally, this is not what it looks like. Oh God. I was telling Ryan earlier that there was a guy who was also in the NICU with this kid that was a fan of the page, or at least recognized who I was. And what I talked to him I don't know what day it was. I was like, I got to get out of this room. So I went to the family like eating area.
Mhm.
And I was just sitting with my back to the door, and I was just sitting there like this, so fucking tired. So yes, and just like eating chips. I don't even know what chips they were or where they came from. I was just eating chips. And this guy comes in, and he like, you the guy? You that guy? And I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I'm in here with my kid. He's got this going on, and he's also got like jaundice. So
Mhm.
I was like, oh, he's the tanning bed kid.
That's a great joke.
Because when the kid has jaundice, they just take like the UV lights. It
Yep.
looks like a tanning bed and just shine it on them. And
Mhm.
so then we just were like smoking and joking for a little bit, and then I had to shit, so I had to go.
And there's no time limit on the hospital shitters either. You could sit in there for 45
Yeah.
minutes if you
You
wanted.
can. I never shit in the rooms ever. I always go out to the public.
Oh, yeah.
bathroom.
Oh, for sure.
I did not want to get caught. The nurse comes in. Hey, mama. And dad's
No.
fucking wrecking the bathroom.
Yeah.
So I had a disaster scenario. Not what you think. I had to go bad. We're talking, you know how like sometimes it's like if I don't go now, they're gonna have to change my diaper situation. And I came to the public family restroom out of order.
Oh, gosh.
Oh.
Now the worst part is when you go on the NICU, you have to scrub in for 2 minutes.
Okay.
It's like you literally have to wash your hands up to your elbows for 2 full minutes. There's like a little like hourglass thing you flip over, and there's someone there watching you. And it's like good that you do that. I don't know about you guys, but I've never fucking washed my hands for 2 minutes.
No.
No.
And those 2 minutes feel like an eternity. So then to go to the shit, I had to go out to the other bathroom, and then I had to re-scrub in. It was like a whole ordeal.
You've never smelled so clean before.
I've never washed my hands as much as I have in the last 2 weeks of my whole life.
In 2 minutes, it has to feel like an eternity at that
Mhm.
point.
It's so you run out of places to scrub.
Yeah. At that point, you might as well like do your own pedicure or something.
Exactly. And you know the saying that like I know this like the back of my hand. We don't actually know the backs of our hands that well, but now I do. I can now
Just staring at
confidently
'em.
say that saying and say that I know the back of my hand.
So your hands have never been cleaner.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crystal clear.
So, well, very weird couple weeks for me. Tyler, yours was, I think, a little better.
Pretty
than mine.
normal.
Yeah.
It's the longest labor. We got induced like at 5 o'clock in the morning. They called us. They're like, you want to come in right now? We're like, sure. And then just sat there all day.
Yeah.
And then she started pushing at night and popped right out.
So yeah, it was like weirdly the hardest week, but also the best week of my life.
Right.
I also told Ann that anyone who has kids, who says that their wedding day was the best day of their life.
False.
It's like, I was like, Ann, I love you, but not a fucking chance.
Yeah, at the moment, it's the best point. Until
But if you
like,
have
once
them
you
and
have-
still stand by the wedding,
Yeah, it's like, that's insane.
Yeah,
It's easily the best day of your life.
Yeah.
for sure.
You don't understand it till it happens. I get all that.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, I had a fucking tough couple weeks. I just got here yesterday.
so
this is the longest you've been here during a day, all week and a half now.
me,
Yeah, I mean,
Tyler, and Ryan all had paternity. leave the last couple of weeks.
yeah. Well, I just brought my kid to daycare, dropped him off, so I just wasn't watching anything at home except the TV.
Are you,
House of Dragons. Fuck, crushed through that.
it
I
is-
tried watching it downstairs and I wasn't logged in HBO, and I'm like, fuck, I don't want to text them first. Username and password. I remember the email. I couldn't remember the password.
That's the worst.
Like, it's not the time to be texted for the HBO password right now.
But I got priority. Do it.
should have texted Ann. She'd have been on it.
I know, but yeah, a lot of stuff going on. You know,
Priorities.
They're busy.
It was a
Busy.
great time though for a new show to come out.
I know. This,
Oh, yeah.
This is a great time for paternity leave as far as television.
Yeah, no, I agree.
We're at House of the Dragon. The Boys season just dropped. We watched Bridgerton in the recovery room.
Mhm.
Good shit.
So you're telling me after watching Bridgerton in the recovery room, you got baby number 4 on the way?
4 and 5 on deck.
4 and 5.
6 weeks, my ass.
Well, should we take a break?
I think so.
Ryan,
Yep.
you know what I did the last 2 weeks? I unfortunately had to eat hospital food.
Boo.
It's not ideal. Ooh.
Oh.
And you know what I was craving more than anything? I wish that you would have brought me while I was in the hospital, but you didn't.
Probably a fucking savory, delicious treat.
Yeah. All I could think about after I thought about my kid was the holiday food options that they have at holiday gas stations.
It's gonna be a really special moment when you two can go there together for the first time.
Yep. I think we plan on next week going and sharing a
Spicy queso beef taquito.
spicy
Queso
what
beef.
is it? Spicy.
Spicy queso beef taquito.
I can't wait for my kid's first taquito. I already got a spot in his baby book. It says baby's first taquito.
Well, usually,
And then it'll say spicy, you betcha. And then it'll be me and him mowing one down.
yeah. Well, and next week too, that'll be about the time he starts experimenting with solid foods.
Yeah, that's what I
Or
figured.
3 to 4 weeks.
That's when your kid, he was like 8 and he was still eating breast milk, I think.
We just introduced him to the solids about a month ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And how old is
20,
he?
he's 23 months.
Okay.
He's almost 2.
So it's going to be a special moment, father and son, kid's first taquito, my 800th taquito. So it's
You
pretty
gotta
good
get those
milestone.
numbers up.
Yeah, I know. Well, it was 2 weeks. I
So,
didn't have
that's a
time.
Yeah.
big dent.
Fucking Joey Chestnut of the taquito
I would have
industry.
eaten more taquitos. I just didn't have time. So, guys, you got to go to Holiday, take advantage. Is it a deal or just
Just try it out.
try it out?
Good enough for me.
AM or PM? We got hot foods over there at Holiday. AM, PM, all day,
All day.
Essentially, yeah.
essentially all day. So, guys, on the way home from the hospital, if you have a kid,
Mhm.
don't pass gas.
No.
Let your kid do that.
Or if you're like Ryan on the way to the hospital,
Boom.
don't pass gas.
Turn on into Holiday gas stations. Guys, we also got some brand new merchandise on the website. Right now I'm wearing shirt right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, we got some new merch. Yeah, no. It's good stuff on there. So no, no. We got this shirt,
It's a
we got all
classic.
our shirts, we got an Ope shirt, we got a
We drinking or no?
drinking or no. That's what 4th of July weekend.
Are you drinking? or
I
no?
am due. So I'm gonna be drinking or no, yeah.
It's
No,
gonna be
yeah.
so great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
no, yeah,
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
So guys, you gotta go check it out. We got that shirt. We got a whole bunch of other shirts, and a couple hats,
We got new hats too.
new
baby.
hats on there. So go to oubetcha.com, check it out. We haven't launched new merch in a while, so you gotta go pick it up. Plus, also could help me out with the diaper fund. You know,
Yeah.
I never had a diaper keg, so it could be nice.
You
So-
do one on the 4th. Even though the kid's here.
Yeah, baby's first keg stand.
Yeah.
We'll just
But that's right next to the taquito thing in the baby book.
Yeah. So go check it out on the website. All right. Tyler, you said you did some stuff over paternity leave.
Yeah, I mean, like the older two kids are going to daycare still, and there's only so much of holding the baby you can do when mom's the source of food. So I've been a little bit bored every once in a while. And about
You know that you could come to work.
I was gonna say I had some stuff for you to do.
but I've paid leave that I'm taking full advantage of. And a couple weeks ago, I was cleaning the garage and I found some random flower seeds, and so I just fucking sprinkled them next to the stairs to get into my house. And they grew.
What kind of flowers?
They're sunflowers.
Like AK-47 or like OG.
They were like Shasta sunflowers or some shit. So
Khalifa Kush.
no.
You had.
Him and his buddies back.
Where did you get the seeds? Was
I have no
Ryan's
idea.
college?
Yes.
Yeah, they were going to school for botany.
hmm
That checks out.
No, what are you? Jamestown's a huge botany school.
Yeah, huge agricultural school. They specialize in botany.
Mm-hmm. So I threw those in. They actually started to grow. And now I've decided I have a little flower garden at my house that I built a flower box for them all.
So
Planted some more flowers.
how do sunflowers look right up next to the house, though, is the question.
So I'm hoping they kind of grow up because they're supposed to be pretty damn tall, and they'll kind of almost create like a separate, because my kids keep jumping over that side of the stairs instead of using the goddamn stairs, and they're not athletic yet because one's 2.
And
And so he keeps eating shit. So maybe it'll keep him from jumping that way. Sunflowers are looking great, by the way, guys.
Aren't you in a rental?
Yeah,
So what is the landlord going to think of you just planting sunflowers?
not going to tell him.
Well, he's going to see it, though.
Yeah, well, eventually. Our inspection was last week, so we're good for 6 more months.
All right. So are you now a gardener?
I have the green thumb.
I don't want to, but I have to. Gardening and growing plants and flowers is a tedious task.
Yeah, I weed
But not for Tyler. He said he just threw them down.
yeah, those, and I just did that on a whim. I'm like, why throw these away? I'll just throw them over here, see if something grows. And they did.
Like you have to go.
I mean, this is classic Tyler, though. Anything his seed touches grows.
That is true.
Anytime he's planting seeds, it's turning into something.
Mm-hmm. And the sunflowers look great. So I went to Fleet Farm the other day, picked up some daisies to complement my sunflowers.
Now watch those don't grow at all. And
Some
these would be fucking
daisies?
pissed.
Yeah, because I thought they're the perfect. So those sunflowers are going to get to be like 4 feet tall. The daisies are get to be about 2 feet. Now we got a nice tiered system going here.
Nice layers going on. Yeah.
I don't want to, but I have to.
Oh God, I know where this is going. I
won't do it.
Say it.
This is more tedious than grilling.
A little. It takes me about 15 minutes a day.
That's a long time.
I got nothing else going on.
I knew it
You got to
was
walk
going
out
there.
the door and you got to come back inside through the door.
Yeah, I like being outside.
And then you
got to
clean up after. Dirt's everywhere, Tyler.
Feels
You got
good.
water every day.
Feels good to get my hands in the dirt.
I knew he was going.
I also,
there.
my wife has some house plants that she was not taking care of, so I transplanted them. I put those house plants out into my flower garden.
Come back to work. Come to the office.
I got stuff to do. I got flowers to take care of.
I've been bored here.
See, I don't
I've
need
had
to
to talk
come back to work.
I've had to talk to your guys all day.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude.
He's sitting right here.
No. I wouldn't consider. I'll consider the other 2 your guys.
Jared is directly in
No, but
contact.
he's not even included. Jared, we had great
Jared.
podcasts together.
Jared, you're one of my guys.
I do have some hostas that we can split over at my place.
If you don't want them, I'll take them.
If you want to come split them,
Okay. I don't.
What does splitting mean?
like you can like
the
split a hosta in half. You can pretty much just like cut the thing in half and then replant it somewhere else.
long
It'll
as
start
the
growing.
root
They're
stays
overgrown.
intact.
I keep running over 'em with my mower,
Uh-huh.
and I'll maybe just for you coming and taking those off my hands, I'll maybe throw in a ribeye or
Ooh.
something.
Thank you.
We just got a quarter cow.
I'll make that bitch in the air fryer.
I'll make it for you. How about it?
Okay,
Just give you
deal.
a taste of greatness.
I like
Yeah,
grilled
maybe
food.
throw that.
I just don't want to
maybe
do
throw
it.
that in there for you.
Oh my God.
I've been saving all the orange peels and excess fruit for my kids' plates for compost.
Yeah, save your dog's shit too. That's great.
Yeah.
That is great
Eggshells
fertilizer.
too work.
Eggshells? Okay,
Yep.
good to know.
Yep,
Hey,
eggshells.
remember
are
we did a segment of things we think we would like to do? Didn't we do that or something?
Yeah.
If we have it, I can write it down.
I think we
We
did
did.
that. It was like stuff we think we would get into at some point, but we
Yeah.
don't.
Well, it's
Gardening for Tyler.
Yeah.
Yeah, I not on my bucket list for 2024.
I've been able to
Bingo
use my
list.
woodworking, I think is what I brought up in that. I built a flower box for
We're
my
gonna have to
flowers.
keep an eye on it though. This is a gateway. Next
For
thing,
sure.
well, I don't think you know where I'm going with
Well,
this.
I do.
We gotta keep track of what he's planting because next thing you know, he's gonna be planting eggplants and cucumbers
Yeah.
and squashes.
Well, pretty soon the fluorescent
And-
lights are showing up to the office from Amazon, and we got a fucking indoor greenhouse tent with ventilation system.
Yeah,
and then we
it's
got
like-
fucking
Dick-shaped things than illegal drugs you're gonna be
Mhm.
growing.
Yeah.
It's a stepping stone.
Yeah, that's gonna be all the doomsday shelter.
and I'm gonna figure out who took Big Blue from the dump, and I'm gonna make a meth lab in there.
Yeah.
It is a
If
good
it blows
spot.
up, it is a good
as
meth
long as you're
lab.
not in it. It really is. Yeah.
That's how you advertise it on Facebook Marketplace.
I mean, honestly, before we got it, it probably was a method.
Mhm.
Meth lab ready.
That's the only thing that worked was the propane in there. So
Yeah.
That's true. God
Yeah.
damn
TV
it.
didn't work.
Smelled weird too.
yeah.
Somebody cooked here.
Method around.
The other thing that we got to talk about is my father-in-law is a car salesman in Detroit Lakes, Minnesota.
One of
And
the best.
he's currently in the fight of his life to win Car Salesman of the Year.
Let's go.
And it's an open voting platform. So you go to the website, you can vote for him right there. And a guy that he works with has won it every other year. And
Mhm.
he's trying to, take the crown from him.
Yep.
So I'm going to have Jared. This is my ask of our audience here. Go vote for Doug.
Okay.
Vote for Doug. He's got to win Car Salesman of the Year.
That's our next t-shirt too.
Yeah,
Vote for Doug.
Vote for
Yeah.
Doug Dunham. So
Okay.
we're going to put the link to the website to vote for him in the description and in our You Betcha Radio at You Betcha Radio Instagram page
On the bio.
in the bio.
Okay.
We're going to put the link there and then go vote. Everyone that's listening, go vote for Doug Dunham on that link.
Important question. We are in an election year. Why? Why should we vote for Doug?
Because Doug sells more cars than the other guy that wins every
Done.
year.
It's all I need.
It's deserving. It's not.
I'll
we're
vote
not-
for
we're
him
not
right
just,
now.
Done. He actually is getting results. And so we got to go vote for Doug. I don't ask you guys to do a lot on this podcast. And this is my one ask, guys. Go vote for Doug.
Is it unlimited? Can you vote unlimited times?
I don't know. Maybe once a day. I don't know. I haven't checked back, which I should be, I guess.
Yeah. What's the website?
It's long.
Okay.
That's why we're just gonna have to put the link in the bio and the description. So
Yeah, we're not just going for car sales a year. We're going for record-breaking votes.
we want this because it's with the newspaper, I believe, the local newspaper. We want them to think that they're getting bot spammed.
Yeah,
If we can do that, we will have done our job.
yeah.
And I'm not gonna rest until Doug Dunham is voted the best car salesman in the Detroit Lakes area.
There we go. We want to get to a point where the other guy thinks there should be a revote because something's wrong with the
He's
system.
gonna think that Doug hired a bunch of bots to go vote for him.
Yeah.
But no, it's just the faithful.
It's the community.
It's the radio. You betcha radio heads coming in clutch for old Dougie Fresh. That's what we call him too, Dougie Fresh.
I hope he gets.
I quick Google. I couldn't
thousands.
find it, but we'll get it up
Yeah,
there.
we'll get it up there.
Yeah, we'll
It's-
get
they
it.
made
Radio
hard to
Instagram
find.
account.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, just read out the entire URL. It's like 50 characters long.
Also, if you want another reason to vote for Doug, they all call him CHS at the office, which stands for can't hear shit. He's
And they
going deaf.
And they say that directly to his face.
I think so.
You can't hear it.
I can't hear shit, but Guy can sell cars.
Yeah.
Can
So-
sell shit.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
bought my car from him. My dad bought his car. My brother bought a car from him. He knows what he's doing. So
Vote Dog 2024. You
Vote
can write him in.
Thousands of votes.
And if you're not comfortable with either of the candidates for president this year, you could write in Doug if you want.
yeah, write him in for president.
Yeah, Doug, you didn't win car salesman of the year, but you did win the presidential election of 2024.
I got some news for you.
Yeah. You're up.
A current president can't hear shit either.
CHS 2.0. Yeah. Lot going on this episode.
Yeah. Your paternity leave. Some water heater trouble going on.
Oh,
What's going on there?
Guys, I tell you what, talk about kicking a guy when he's down. I had to take a cold shower one morning because our water heater went out and then go to the hospital and see my sick kid. That is kicking a man while he's down. And I got home that night. I actually kind of forgot about it all day. And I got home at like 10 o'clock, called my dad because this happened before. And I was like, what happened? So there's all like the blinking light on there. I'm like taking the valve and water's going all over the floor. And like, Dad, that's not it. Trust me. That's just releasing water. All this other shit. And we tried everything that we, in our scope of knowledge. And my dad was like, I think you might just have to call someone tomorrow.
Whoa.
And I said, okay, damn it. And it's at this point, it's like 11 o'clock. Go up, ate a burrito, breakfast burrito that was in the freezer.
At 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock.
Mhm.
And I was sitting there and there was a fury inside of me. I think it stemmed from the fact that I couldn't do anything about my kid being sick.
Needed some control back.
And I was like, no, not to fucking day. Not this fucking week is this water heater going to kick my ass. I'm going to pay some guy $200 to come do something stupid to it. Not to fucking day. And I scoured the internet. I got in the depths of YouTube and I found one video that was the exact problem that I had. It was the same model and it was the same issue. And all I had to do was there was a tube on like the blower on the top that was some sort of pressure release valve. It was plugged. So all I had to do was pop the like cord or hose off, unscrew the valve, clean it, put it back on, and it was good to go.
Hell yeah.
And I walked upstairs just into that bedroom. Man was already in bed, and I was like, let's fucking go. And
Get up. You're taking a shower in hot water.
6 weeks, my ass. And I was like, I fixed
Hell
up.
yeah.
And I like paced around the bedroom just fucking jacked.
Oh, that's such a good feeling.
Let's fucking go. Flicked off the water heater before I went upstairs.
Smack that ass.
And I was like, not today. Not this week. I'm not getting beat by this fucking water heater.
So you knew it was fixed because it stopped blinking, or because you ran water and it started.
Yeah,
hot?
it stopped doing what it
Gotcha.
stopped being faulty, and then there was hot water.
Stopped alarming you.
Yeah,
You gotta drop a comment on that guy's video.
I should have. Yeah, I said thank you.
What number video were you on? Because for me, I gave up at about video 10.
Well, it was for me. It ended up being the top search once I figured out what to search.
Oh.
So I went through a bunch of different types of searches until I found the right one. I don't remember what exactly it was, but it was like minute and a half long. Guy just shot it on his phone. Never saw his face. It was just POV, and he just was like showed the water heater, showed that, and then just showed him cleaning it. And I was like, let's go. This is why internet was invented. For
Yeah,
that
that's
reason
fucking
right there.
awesome.
So
Shouts to that guy.
Yeah,
The
and
school of YouTube, dude. We never would have learned that 20 years ago.
And
Yeah.
kudos to me for having grit and heart, unlike Ryan. When Ryan has a problem with his water heater, he just calls someone. Not me, though.
I just started boiling water.
I mean, I guess I did call my dad. I didn't call a professional like Ryan does.
Well, Ryan would have spun it like this would be like a cold plunge every morning.
It's a great excuse to start cold punching again. And it's just like, I would have, health benefits. It's great for,
Inflammation.
Yeah, I said, not today. I got a postpartum wife that wants to take a hot bath. I got to figure this shit out. And I did. And that's just a story about grit. Just so you guys know.
I would have started boiling water. Just started boiling water and just take a nice hot bath.
You could have done like what they used to do back in the old days. You have a standing tub thing, right?
Yeah.
Put a fire under that bitch.
I could have.
Start a fire under
Not
there.
a bad idea. Yeah. Throw some Bunsen burners under there.
Yeah. I got some in my camper.
Well, no, what I should have done is I should have started a bonfire outside, put rocks in there. So you got hot rocks. Then you go put that in the tub.
Yep.
Heats up the water.
Yep.
Been much
That's not a bad
safer.
idea.
That was I was this close to doing that. I was 11:30 was the point where I was like, I'm going to stop looking online and start doing that.
And looks out the window. You're like starting a fire in the back.
That is the most primal man instinct. When things don't work, start fire.
Yeah, for sure. It can fix a lot of things.
She's like on the deck, like, what are you doing? I'm like, you're getting a fucking hot bath. And she calls her mom, be like, oh, Myles is not handling our kid being in the NICU very well.
Yeah.
He's putting hot rocks in our tub.
I think he's lost control.
My kid's not going to sit here and watch a loser try and fix this water heater.
I want this to be our kid's first memory.
Did you tell him the next day when you went back to the NICU that you fixed it?
Oh yeah, I was waltzed in. The nurses were like, "Oh, you seem giddy today." Yeah, I know.
Took a shower.
How's your water heater here?
Fuck yeah, your hair's looking good this morning.
Do I look clean?
Oh,
I took a hot shower this morning.
Our first night in like the recovery wing of the hospital, the nurse comes in at like 11 o'clock. She's like, hey, the basement of the hospital is flooding. And there's rooms 1001 to 1005 shouldn't use water for the next 12 hours. And like, that's us. And so we just couldn't use water in our room for almost the entire stay we were there.
Did you?
Should have called him.
I should have. I didn't know.
You should have called him.
If I had
hold
that
on,
info.
Ryan. And how long did you guys go without water?
12 hours.
Yeah, that was right after I got down there. So
Sorry,
you're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank God I was already at the hospital. It was quick.
Yeah, everything happens for a reason.
You did say you had your tool belt there, so I believe it.
So yeah, I fixed the cabinet, I fixed the blind, and I fixed the flooding and the water in the hospital. The chair was next. If I had more time, I would have gotten to the chairs. So,
And had those house numbers not been up, they'd have been up.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have gotten.
oh
up
yeah,
like a
yeah,
split.
yeah. It was one of those.
I
you're looking
texted you.
on.
I said, "Dads are just fucking built different." She just figure shit out with
He
my
did
kid.
actually text me that when I told him about my hot water heater woes.
It's like, what is it? My kid's gonna sit here and watch me call a repairman? No,
this is literally what you did.
for what?
Didn't he tell you? Didn't the guy come over and then just hit the?
I was probably 10 videos deep at that point. That's cutoff time, isn't it, Tyler? 10
That's
videos.
where I give up.
And it was a
typically.
new water heater, and it was like this technology shit. And people hadn't uploaded videos about it yet. So
Before you.
I could have been, actually, I should have been the one to upload the video. I should have been the one to upload the video.
Yeah, how to call a water heater guy?
Yeah. Yeah. How to incur a $70 charge before they even do anything. It's just fine. It's,
Yeah.
so.
But Myles, didn't you get shocked by a water heater before?
That was at the lake,
Oh, okay.
but that was user error.
Yeah, that was red to black.
I
black
took
to
off
red.
a plate that I shouldn't have taken off,
It was hot.
and I stuck my screwdriver where I shouldn't have stuck my screwdriver.
It's a long pause.
And I got
User
Try to
and I
piss
got
on it
and I got
first.
the nastiest shock. I was cleaning my outlet with a
fork.
with a metal fork, and I got the nastiest shock.
Yeah.
And when I came to,
When I was finally able to call a repairman,
he doesn't get it.
He hasn't seen it.
That's from The Office.
Oh, yeah.
You got any questions for us, Jared?
My little pee-pee. How many bumper stickers is too many?
Well, there's actually a sweet, there's not such thing as too many. Because once you get over a certain amount, it's like a bit, and the more the merrier. You know what I mean? Like if you saw someone, I actually think like if you had 6 bumper stickers, it looks dumber than if you have 40.
It's kind of like trying to.
It's like 1 or 2, cool. And then between 3 and 8,
Dead zone.
dead zone. You don't want to be in there because it's like, oh, he tried to do it, but he couldn't commit all the way. And now he's just kind of weirdly promotes too many things.
Yeah.
But if you go above 8, 9 and above, it's like this guy's got a collage going. He's a collector.
Yeah, he's committed to it for sure. It's kind of like growing your hair out. Like it looks good short, it looks good long, but there's an awkward middle phase where it just like, I gotta get past this.
Yeah.
I saw a guy actually yesterday driving home. He probably had 30 bumper stickers, but they were on the back of his camper, and they were like from each, I don't know, fucking national park or state that he's been to. I think that's kind of cool.
So yeah, the limit does not exist on bumper stickers, but you just don't want to get caught in that middle ground. It's awkward stage.
So if you're buying your third, you might as well buy your 25th at the same time.
Exactly.
You're saying?
You probably get a deal too. You probably get a deal for buying bulk.
Yeah.
Like buy 20, get
you just
4
go on
free.
eBay, buy a lot of bumper stickers. You're better off. Yeah, and it's like you got one bumper sticker. It's like, oh, he's a big Al Gore fan.
Ralph Nader.
He's a Ralph Nader guy. I get it. I now know this guy. But then you got that. Then you got a Jesus loves me. Yes, he does. Whatever thing. You're like, okay, there.
Yeah.
And then you got a left field one that's like something. You got an Apple sticker on the back. You seen people put Apple stickers on the back of their cars. You're like, I don't have a beat on this guy now. It's kind of like Tyler. You got to start over. You put another bumper sticker on there, you got to start over. But then if you got all of them on there, it's like, oh, this guy's just a cool guy.
Do you remember my old blue Ford when I first started working here, that pickup?
Yeah, I hated it.
I inherited
those bumper stickers.
I didn't put any of those. I put one on myself, but they were already on there. And I was really debating on if I should take them off or not, but I decided to let them ride.
Yeah, one of them said, I hike.
Yeah, I hike.
Yeah.
I was on the window.
Did you have a Jesus fish?
There was a Jesus fish. There was a hard charge sticker, which I had never ran a hard charge.
You should have just thrown that on my truck. I didn't even have a bumper sticker.
There was one of just no words, but a picture of a Ram, but it wasn't a Dodge Ram. It was a Ford pickup, but it was a Ram bumper sticker. I didn't understand it.
Weird.
But yeah, it was very clear.
You were in no man's land.
I was. And so
it looked terrible.
it did. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I liked that truck though.
Yeah, the guy, he was just confused.
Yeah, he was.
And now you're driving a
fucking Equinox.
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate it with a burning passion.
You got
deep
the
in my
family,
soul.
you got the family of 17 now?
Yeah.
Stick figures.
No.
All the way across.
Now,
the
I guess if you got 17 family members like you do, then you hit your quota.
Yeah. Well, I could just have all of the my kid's on the honor roll, this kid's in this sport. I could have those stickers.
That would be a funny prank for us to literally get 18 stick figures and put it on the back of his car one day at work.
It's an Equinox. It's like, how the fuck's this guy fitting 18 kids in his car? Do we have do we have bunk bed car seats or what's going on in there?
Sit on laps.
Yeah.
Oh, we did. I traded in my pickup for a Traverse, which is 3 rows. And then that goes to my wife and I got her Equinox, but the Traverse is fucking sweet. It's a glorified minivan, but I love it.
Yeah. It's like we're cool minivan.
Yeah. It's like, we want a minivan, but we're too proud to say we have a minivan.
We're chill.
Yeah. But I recommend that if you are having 12 more kids like myself.
It's a Traverse.
Yeah.
It's more like the chill verse.
It is.
In my opinion.
Big fan.
More sporty look.
Yeah. It does have sport mode.
Get a 2-inch lift kit in the back for a more sporty look.
Lift kit.
Traverse.
Cape Dog. If you could only eat one type of sandwich for the rest of your life, what sandwich would you pick?
Not counting any of the holiday ones.
Yeah.
Those obviously are all our first picks.
Because I would pick
Goes
the
without saying.
Kaiser roll, roast beef, and cheddar.
Yeah.
If I was the kid.
Kai's up, as I say.
Kai's me up.
You guys trying to get Kai's tonight?
Also, side note, at the hospital, I got a chicken sandwich one day and the bun was unbelievable for a hospital. Next day, got it again. Gave me shitty cafeteria bun.
Oh.
I was so excited. I was thinking about that bun all night long too. And then I just absolutely got the rug pulled out from underneath me. One sandwich for the rest of our life.
Can it be like a fast food chain sandwich or just like a homemade sandwich?
Gotta be homemade. No.
Oh, it's gotta be homemade. Okay.
No, it could be anything.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say homemade. Because if that's the case, I'm going just regular hamburger bun with honey ham, turkey, lettuce, tomato, half mayo, half mustard. Boom.
No
Done.
cheese?
No cheese. No cheese. The cheese gets stuck on my retainer in the back of my teeth.
Okay.
So I'm sitting there fucking, trying to pick that out. So I just
You just don't eat cheese?
Well, I don't eat the slabs of cheese on my sandwich.
You could do shredded.
Yeah, it's just not the
It's gonna
same.
be messy, though.
Yeah, it's not the same. So pretty generic, but if you haven't tried it, I highly suggest you do.
My favorite sandwich is the hot club sandwich at Firehouse.
Oh, fuck.
Whatever they're doing in that firehouse, they're not putting any fires out. They're making fires. That is a fire sandwich at Firehouse.
Is Herbert's and Gerbert's nationwide or is it local?
I think it's like a Midwestern, maybe.
Okay. Well, they have one called the Apollo that I fucking love. It's like a chicken sandwich with... it's a chicken sandwich with like apple bacon and like some sort of like other, I don't know. It's delicious though. I get it every time.
You get the guts with it too.
Mm-hmm. Dip it in your soup, wild rice soup.
Yeah. What, Jared?
Every time he brings up urban
I know.
You always say the guts.
That's their thing, dude. The thing is the guts. No other place does that.
It's
they
one
just
of the
throw
best.
it away.
Yeah. And it takes you back to childhood. You can roll it into a ball.
What do you
if
mean
want.
they throw it away?
Oh, I'm sure. I don't know.
No, they just don't take you. You still eat the guts.
Gotcha. It's just in the sandwich. It just tastes better outside of the sandwich.
It does.
And if you have a dog in the backseat, fucking throw them. Don't throw them a bone. Throw them a gut.
It makes the bread to ingredients ratio perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you
Creates
get too
that
much
nice
bread.
I
creates that
disagree.
nice pocket in there.
Yeah. Nothing's falling out.
That
on
nice
you.
mitt.
Jared, what about you?
Big Mac.
Yeah, I probably do like a turkey mayo toasted with Swiss cheese. I go do.
You remember when Myles got your sandwich and you're like, this is the worst fucking club I've ever had? You're like, well, it's Jared's and it's not a club.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh
A
God.
time ago.
They forgot to bring Myles' order at all, but they gave Myles Jared's sandwich on accident.
It was like a turkey melt.
It was a turkey, yeah. And so we were thinking Jared's sandwich didn't show up. Meanwhile, Myles is eating it and being like, this club sucks.
It's 2/3 gone. And everyone else had finished their food by the time Jared even got it.
Yep.
And then, when I got my food, everyone was like looking at me eating.
Yeah.
I was watching every bite.
And Jared had just started working there, so he didn't want to say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really awkward. Good club though.
Great club. Really
It
bumping.
was a
in
pretty
that
good
place.
turkey melt.
Just for a club, it wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't a very good club sandwich though.
2 fun facts. Australia is wider than the moon.
No way.
No shit.
The diameter of Australia comes in at 2,485 miles, while the moon's diameter stretches 2,113 miles in diameter.
That's how
Wow.
small the moon is.
Mm-hmm.
Weird. So, if Australia was in the sky, it would be just as
that's what I
big
was
as the
thinking.
moon.
Yeah.
Be bigger.
It'd be bigger.
If
Or
it was a
wider, I
perfect
guess.
sphere.
Yeah, it was wider, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we had just like put a shitload of engines underneath Australia, just shot that bitch out into space, it would get stuck in our gravitational pull. We'd have 2 moons.
Mhm.
Or helium, big balloon.
Yeah, big balloon could work.
Yeah.
How wide is the United States?
I didn't look that up.
So think about if you put Russia up there.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it'd be a Jupiter.
Jupiter.
Yeah, they are more stupider over there. That is a fascinating fact.
Measure your Uranus.
Not as
Imagine Uranus. Imagine my anus up in the sky.
Full moon.
yeah, it does look like a star.
Yeah. Imagine that right now. Okay, let's take a moment here.
And now people are wrapping their car around the leg.
Right there's the Big Dipper. There's Orion's belt. There's Ryan's star.
Ryan's anus.
There's Ryan's unbuttoned his belt.
Yeah, it's right below the belt.
There's no number before 1,000 that has the letter A. So if you like spell out the numbers, there's no A in there.
God damn it.
That is.
We're all sitting here trying to.
What about 104?
I don't think that
It would
ends.
be
As a joke,
104.
I know.
Jesus Christ, Tyler.
Jesus, fuck, that was stupid. I'm kidding. Welcome back, guys.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess if you're an idiot and you spell 8 ATE, then that would count.
7, 8, 9.
I'm sitting here trying to figure this out.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not.
I believe it.
Go through each number.
Okay, 1.
Spell it out.
2. Nope. 3 doesn't have 1.
Yeah. Well, cuatro, if we go Spanish, and then this is all.
Yeah.
Yeah, is this
Oh,
English
true.
language?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure English.
Okay.
I didn't look that up.
All right. Well, those are some fun facts, Jared.
Mhm.
Feels good. The world's healing. Back to normal for me here with little fun facts. So guys, is that it?
Yep.
I
Jared?
think so.
Guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of You Bet Your Radio podcast. May your babies not end up in the NICU like mine. And your water heaters, don't let them beat you. Fuck them water
Fuck
heaters.
those water heaters.
Cheers, Ryan.
Oh, you betcha, yeah.
Yeah.